morning. I'm Epstein with your Morning Flash Update, and this update is for Tuesday, the 30th of January, 2024, 8:20 a.m. Central Time. You better switch gears on your Brent. Tomorrow's the last trading day for the March, so move your gear over to the April. When we take a look at today's action, the one thing I see is some red going on here. So that tells me correction day kicking in. How big it'll be, I don't know. Why? Can't answer it other than after this big of a rally since November, you don't need reasons when corrections are going to set in. It could be anything. When we look at the metals, gold is still getting the bid because we know that the U.S. has said there's going to be a price to pay. And we don't know what that price is, when it's going to happen, how the markets are going to react to anything. What we do know is we keep hearing that out of Paris, they are very close to a deal between negotiators. Now, I don't know if the negotiators in Paris have the Israelis sitting at the table with Hamas. They can all agree on whatever they want as a framework, but if you don't get these two to agree that this is it, game over. It's been narrowed down to a 6-week truce. Ideally, during that time frame, women and children hostages will be released. In response, Palestinian prisoners will be released. A certain amount of aid and food will come in. This does not mean that UN agency that Israel accuses of having had people actually attack Israel on October 7th is going to get any money. The more that this is being looked into, it's not a few people that were there, according to Israel and others. It appears the agency was rocked full of people. And, you know, the poor Gazans, and I do get it, they're saying, but this is the agency they need for food and all. If you're going to sleep with terrorist cells, and if they're the ones that are supporting to you, turn to them for your support. That's what Israel is saying to them. And so is the rest of the world right now. You can't have your cake and eat it. I mean, we know that people there knew what was going on. How could they not? And now the terror is broken loose from it. I want this to end. We're all human. We want this to end. I hope a way is found. But we have a lot of data today. So before we get too far, you do realize there's 100 S&P 500 companies, more than 100, reporting. They're coming out morning, afternoon, night, all the way through. This is going to rock these markets. GM just came out, and I give GM credit. GM just came out and made a statement, and they said, you know, EVs, neither the time nor the place for us to be just throwing everything at it. The American public doesn't want that as much as they want hybrids. And unfortunately for GM, they don't have enough hybrids, so they're going to throw money at that. I said this 6 months ago. I said, I think EVs in America are the wrong thing. I think they're a great thing for the rich. I don't think they're mainstream. Mainstream, you want to go mainstream? Take it in a step. Go with the hybrid. Now you can drive the engine around electric in the city, and the longer hauls, you charge up your electric, and away you go via that engine. It just makes a lot of sense. All right? Just to me. And GM's saying that that is, in fact, the case. All right. Here's the data we have today that we have to work with. First, the IMF just now raised its 2024 global GDP growth outlook to 3.1% from 2.9%. And this is on U.S. strength, ta-da, and Chinese fiscal support measures. They see more coming, as I have been prepping you. They're going to come. March is the big ones. Watch for that. Red Book sales, this is great. 5% numbers, increases both ways. It's a carryover. The market thought the consumer was dead. Bought out, threw, borrowed all the money in November, bought his Christmas gifts, and he's done. This isn't happening. Case-Shiller 20 home, up 5.4% from the year-ago month. Those are prices. And prices for November, month over month, up a tenth. So not as bad as it could have been, but where's that price coming down? And, you know, there's supply that has to come on the market. You haven't taken mortgages down to the magic number near 6. Not just under 7, near 6. That's the number that gets real estate, in my opinion, going. The Conference Board's going to come out with their Tuesday morning number. That's looking to be in the neighborhood of 115, which would be an improvement versus the 110.7 figure that we saw for December. API is going to come out with the petroleum estimates today at 3:30, and in the morning we get the EIA estimates. So you got a lot going on with all this news, and as I said, earnings are going to be the whole thing that the market's going to, from the stock stock index perspective, look at. On the energy perspective, it's going to be the talks. It's going to be what is the Biden administration planning, which nobody should know. I hope they keep it secret. They don't have to hit them right now, keep everybody guessing. But I hate the fact that they talk too much. All right? All you got to do is say, we're going to do it at our set time and place. And don't say you're not going to hit them on the ground of Iran. Why not? They're hitting you. They're responsible. End of discussion. They're the surrogate. They're the one doing it. They're telling their kids, go out and do this, and you want to hold the parents non-accountable? Shame on you. When I look at the metal markets, they see this. Why else would gold be up $20 today? It's not as though it's rediscounting the news going on. So they see what is going on, and that's the lift. You got up to 940 in the platinum, and if you see where the moving averages are, you realize that there's a problem with them, and that's what you pay attention to, that problem. And from there, you work. Now, I know a lot of you like to trade, but I got to tell you, placing your own orders, not talking to a broker about ideas, there's a better way to do it than on your own when you're not equipped to do it on your own. I see this all the time. I get people write me, and the last thing, and I'll call them on the phone, I go, what are you doing? Well, I'm trying to do this. I said, are you working with anybody? And a lot of them do say to me over time, you know, there aren't that many brokers to work with anymore. We have them. And if you just call my staff at 866-973-2077, they not only will talk to you, they'll make time to talk to you. They're your eyes and ears in the market. We don't want to manage your money. That is not what this is about. This is about being your eyes, ears, a soundboard to go with. How'd you like to work with me? Direct. Yeah, it can be done. Got to have a pretty big account, but it can be done. Your broker's going to set the commissions based on what you want from him. You take this, you put it all together, and you work with it. So to get this and find out information, call. Don't go on the website and fill anything out. Call 866-973-2077. Talk to our brokers. You have a good day. I'm going to catch up with you early this afternoon. As I said, I'm going to the Bulls game tonight, so knowing I'm going there, I want to be done by 5:30 with everything and out the door. You have a good day.